What should people actually expect at a sentencing? Attorney Jared Allen explains that, "When I am preparing for the sentencing, I will typically receive a copy of the pre-sentence report, but it might not be until a day or two before the sentencing. That's why a lot of sentencings get continued, to deal with unexpected issues. If everything's prepared and looks in order, then a sentencing hearing is much like a trial. The state gets to make its presentation and recommendations first, and they get to provide the legal support for whatever sentence they're arguing for. If they're arguing for an aggravated prison sentence, they're going to have to lay out certain legal aggravators which support that request. After they make their presentation, I get to make my presentation for the defense. We get to lay out mitigation and either reduce the potential sentence or justify the sentence we've agreed to. Most of the time, we're agreeing to sentences ahead of time, and there's not much to argue about. It's a probation plea. We're typically trying to persuade the judge one way or the other on a length of probation, because that'll always be up to the judge. But when it comes to jail or prison, it's usually agreed to ahead of time. However, if we've agreed to a range, then the arguments often become more important. Factors that are going to be considered in a mitigation argument include whether or not there is a criminal history, and whether or not there was a significant injury or significant financial damage suffered by the victim. Hopefully, my client's remorseful, has family support, and has a job, because I will want to show the judge that there's a reason to give my client a chance to return to society after a shorter period of incarceration or probation. The state is going to argue that there was financial or emotional harm done to the victim. They may also argue that the defendant has a lengthy criminal history and should be punished because it is a reoccurring problem with the defendant. They can even have the police or detectives that were involved come in and argue that the individual is someone they've been dealing with for a long time, or that it's a unique case that requires significant punishment. That is a proceeding that occurs outside of the trial, and the standard of evidence being presented is less than beyond a reasonable doubt. The judge can put whatever weight on it that they want, but there are legal aggravators and mitigators that the judge has to consider, and those are the things that we typically focus on. I often have my clients' family members or friends speak on their behalf if I think it will help to humanize and individualize the defendant in front of the judge. If you want to win your case, contact Attorney Jared Allen in Phoenix, Arizona today. With an impressive past record in criminal defense and DUI defense, you can be rest assured that the choices he helps you make will lead to an improvement in your situation.